Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Atlantic Council's webcast series on Ukraine. My name is Damon Wilson. I'm Executive Vice President of the Atlantic Council. I am joining you from Wrocław, Poland, where I'm here in Poland as part of the Atlantic Council's hosting of the Wrocław Global Forum in the wake of President Obama's visit to Poland this week. I'm delighted that we have a guest joining us live from Kyiv, Viktoria Siumar. Viktoria, the Deputy Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council in Kyiv. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to your webcast series on Ukraine. My name is Damon Wilson. I'm Executive Vice President of the Atlantic Council. I am joining you from Wrocław, Poland. I'm here in Poland as part of the Atlantic Council hosting the Wrocław Global Forum in the wake of President Obama's visit to Poland. I'm delighted that we have a guest joining us live from Kyiv, Viktoria Siumar. Viktoria, the Deputy Secretary. All right, there. I think we're just trying to make sure that our guests don't hear feedback. So I'm going to continue speaking while our technical folks make sure you can hear fine online. Our topic today is the battle for truth. We started this webcast series in the wake of the Euromaidan protests to introduce our community and to introduce our network and journalists to new Ukrainian decision makers and policy makers. That's why I'm so particularly delighted to have Viktoria with us today. Viktoria may be new to the government of Ukraine, but she's not a new actor on Ukraine's political scene at all. A native of eastern Ukrainian town of Dnipropetrovsk, Viktoria has worked as a radio journalist, among others, for Voice of America and Ukrainian Public Radio. For nearly 10 years, she headed the Institute of Mass Information and Media Watchdog NGO and was the founder of Stop Censorship, an organization that supports and defends a free press. I had the honor and pleasure of being able to work with Viktoria and putting together an important report with Freedom House on the state of democracy in Ukraine several years ago, which called out quite a concern of the path that Ukraine was on. So now Viktoria has gone from the protests on the streets of the Maidan to the halls of power as she sits in the National Security and Defense Council. I want to turn to Kyiv and ask her to begin the conversation. Obviously, part of the battle for Ukraine has been waged by the Kremlin through the internet, through newspapers, through journalists, to create, if you will, an alternative discourse to truth, an alternative narrative about what's been happening in Ukraine, a government, after all, that, according to Russian media, is led by neo-Nazis or fascists. Against this onslaught of propaganda from the East, can Ukraine tell its own story? So Viktoria, I want to turn to you to ask you to speak to our audience about how the government and you in particular are approaching the information war, the propaganda war, and then I hope we can get into the ongoing crisis as it's unfolding in the East. So please, Viktoria, we'll open up with your comments. Propaganda war, and then I hope we can get into the ongoing crisis as it's unfolding in the East. So please, Viktoria, we'll open up with your comments.
Thank you, Damon. I'm very happy to be here with you because we really worked together a lot about report how to create a democracy system in Ukraine. And now we have an opportunity to create it in practice. And it's a big chance for my country. And I really want to say you thank you for your support and for your attention to our country because it's very important now for us. Thank you, Damon. I'm very happy to be here with you because we really worked together a lot about report how to create a democracy system in Ukraine. And now we have an opportunity to create it in practice. It's a big chance for my country. And I really want to say you thank you, Damon. I'm very happy to be here with you because we really worked together a lot about
A little problem here with the transmission of the voice. A little bit lagging behind.
I apologize for the interruption here and the technical difficulty we seem to be having. If you wouldn't mind, can everyone make sure that they don't have this Hangout open in a second window that will be playing? That seems to be the issue, is that someone actually has this, the actual broadcast playing on a computer and that it's picking up there.
A little bit lagging behind.
I apologize for the interruption here and the technical difficulty we seem to be having. If you wouldn't mind, can everyone make sure that they don't have this Hangout open in a second window that is playing? That seems to be the issue. It has this, the actual broadcast playing on a computer and that it's picking up there. I apologize for the interruption here and the technical difficulty we're having. If you wouldn't mind, can everyone make sure that they don't have this in a second window that seems to be the broadcast playing on a computer and that it's picking up there. Okay, we're still working out whatever this technical difficulty is. We will be right here, right back in just a moment. We're going to momentarily pause this broadcast and make sure that we can figure out whatever this sound difficulty is, and we'll be right back with you.
І ми зразу повернемося до вас.